Alright, so today we're going to be talking about credit score. A lot of people have always came to me, how do I fix my credit score? Do you know somebody that can help me? I've always said this enough. I always tell it to my sister and brothers and everyone that I know that wants to get a home, but can't because of their credit. So what do? Do you get a credit card? Do you get in so much debt? Or what do you do? So step number one, I recommend that you simply get a credit card or two or three, but don't maximize the full credit, because it's obvious that it's going to take you a while to pay it off, and then there's going to be interest rates, and it's going to cost you a lot more than what you officially started with. So I recommend personally to use a credit card as your debit card and pay it off every month. Either pay off the whole thing or leave a balance of at least 20%. And it's gonna really help out with that credit score going up. Also, like Dave Ramsey says, do the snowball effect and pay off your biggest balance first, and just pay off one credit card at a time, so that way you don't have to worry about all of them at the same time, and then you'll just eventually start getting out of debt in a few years, man, or even less than a year. It just depends on how much you want to tackle it, because what's the world better than living a world without debt? Seriously, think about it. It's gonna save you a lot of money. It's gonna also give you less worries in life, and eventually, you don't have to, you can use that money somewhere else and invest it and reinvest it. And that's something that I always encourage anyone to do. You can reinvest it in stocks and real estate, and diverse yourself, of course, because you want to put, you want to put all your eggs in separate baskets, not just one. And eventually, your credit score will go up. You're gonna, have more money to save for retirement or for your kids' college fund, anything like that, and you're gonna be able to pay off your mortgage faster as well. Or you're going to be able to get a mortgage, get a house, save enough money, and then eventually, stack enough to where you can invest it and get more in return. So I encourage anyone, to follow those steps. Step number two, I guess, will be, just forget getting, a personal loan or stuff like that, unless you really need it. Then go ahead. But other than that, do not get a card note unless you really need it. And even then, you don't want to go with a $25,000 car or a $30,000 car if you don't actually have the money. So if you're getting a car at a certain price, it's because you actually have that money, not because you want to get yourself in debt and pay it off eventually. It's because, in the world that we live in today, in America especially, everyone wants to pay off everything in payments, including their phones, their clothes, their mortgage. Mortgage is an exception because obviously that's a big loan amount. So that's going to take years sometimes, and that's okay. But everything else is materialistic. You don't really need it, you just want it, and it's a luxury. So, feel free to comment below if you have any other questions about any topic that you want me to speak about. I'm going to be going over, some financial advices to give to you guys, and to really give you some value into what I do as a person to help you to eventually become more successful in life and actually become independently, financially free, with more independence and more freedom. And that's what you want to do. Eventually you'll have less stress, and you'll be happier if you follow these steps. Step number three, I'm gonna say, just also, make sure that you never go into collections, and if you do, you can always negotiate that as well. So trust me, they are willing to give you a chance to pay less, or to give payments, or to do anything like that to get out of that collections, so make sure you speak to them, and make sure that you get out of that. And I know sometimes you might not be able to, and yes, you do have that 7-year reset button, but do you really want to wait 7 years to eventually get a house, or get this or get that and get what you want? So no, you want to make sure you pay off everything on time and just pay it every month, because one payment, and that's going to affect your credit score. So get with the credit repair agent if you really have to, but personally I think you can do it on your own, and you don't need to pay anyone. But if you really have to and you still have trouble, then do it. Other than that, my name is Eric, and thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, to like my page, to like my video, everything else. Thanks for watching.